Right, welcome back. We're starting to get into the end stage of our conversation here, State of the Province Address. So many things to unpack. Unfortunately, time is not on our side, so we're going to try and race through some of the questions that are coming through, and I'll put through some of the other issues as well. Mr. Brooks, just before the break, you wanted to say something a little bit about technical aspect that you wanted to, about service delivery, is that correct?
Peter, it was about the matric results.
Oh, right, okay, yes.
Really just our education outcomes and how it impacts from the plan.
Yeah.
As I indicated to you in the plan, we're looking at the full value chain right throughout.
Right.
So as much as we acknowledge that we're not happy with the 9% decline from last year to this year in the matric results, and that everything's got to be done to turn it around, I think my Premier has already indicated exactly how that's to be done. What we unfortunately do not mention at the same time is that, and I'm the technocrat, so I do get a little bit into those details of the results itself. In our province, you would find the highest percentage of pupils who did proper maths and not maths lit, who did science and not the other social sciences. And we've got nothing against the other subjects. But our plan requires that we focus on mathematics and science to achieve the skills or to develop the skills that we need to...
All right, so you're suggesting that the pass rates in the other provinces might have been because they've built into their grouping the easier subjects to get through.
Peter, we're not reflecting on any other province. We're looking at our province. We're saying we have set the standard, and we maintain that standard, even though it may cause us a little bit of harm in the short term.
Premier, whilst you were delivering your State of the Province address, and you talked about this customer satisfaction survey saying that 64% were happy. 3,000 people petrol bombed the Folweni municipal offices near Durban. 3,000 people. While you were delivering your State of the Province address, is this customer service survey telling you what you want to hear, or because this 3,000 people might be telling you a different story?
Well, we have learned, I would say, a little bit hard way in KwaZulu-Natal. We've been counting this phenomenon of service delivery protests, and we've been scrutinizing and investigating each one of them each year. And normally when you get inside them, you will find that these things are sparked by factors of one kind or the other. You may find that it has nothing to do with service delivery. What is that? It's either the nomination of councillors, which is a brewing thing at the moment, or some other problem and so on. We don't have a report. But yes, the survey, we took a risk as a province, in which we are the only province that are doing, where you say to South Africa, go out there, we're not going to be taking part, we're not there. Go to any corner of this province, ask people of this province, what is it that they think about service delivery from government and from municipalities. They do this thing on their own, and we are happy that overall 64% of people who range between very happy, absolutely satisfied, and those who are relatively satisfied, that they say somehow satisfied. So the total is 64. And then others, about 36%, who say no, we are totally unsatisfied. And it points to the way. Unfortunately for the report, for us, it tells us exactly where, it tells us about what issues and so on, and we have our way
to address those
forward. On
all right, table 4, Kaya Kumalu. Table 4. If you could be very quick with your question.
It's very short.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. Honorable Premier Macengwane, thank you to get this opportunity. Maybe one is very short. Yesterday, the Premier alluded on the advancing the beneficiation on the mining sector. I just wanted to check on my Premier, what are the plans to assist the small-scale miners, especially KwaZulu-Natal, it's a coal belt area, which can be boosting the economy in this province tremendously. There is cobalt in this province, which can assist in the cement making or manufacturing. What are the plans to assist the junior miners or the small-scale miners as an entry point? Because you'll find that you get the concession or the mining permits, but you can't get the funding to do the drilling, which is the core of getting the investment, because they will need to know what is there, how big is the reserve or on that particular area. So I just wanted to check with you what can be the assistance, or what is the plan, especially with the budget cut that has been reported yesterday. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Kumalo. If you could answer that in a minute.
Mining, fisheries, energy, involving small scale or emerging companies and businesses is our target. You will recall, Mtungwa, we had a mini conference on Imbizo at our own initiative. We were quite surprised by the interest. 700, 800 people turned up, all of them with interest in mining. And suddenly we realized that KZN is actually not a miner, not a non-player at all, as far as mining is concerned. And this is confirmed by the department itself, that yes, they themselves have awakened up to the point that there are several there's mining potential in the province. So come to the table. We have a strategy since that Indaba, which is driven by MSC for Economic Development, which spells out the portfolio on assistance, on funding, training, and how we can take mining forward in the province. And let's work together on that particular one. But there is promise on that.
All right. The other one, the big issue that you mentioned in your provincial address, Bongani Tembe is going to take us through that. Table 15. Bongani? Table 15, if you're not there. Oh, all right. Well, the question, and I think it's an important one, the plan to mitigate the impact of the drought. What are we doing?
We applied to national to declare KwaZulu-Natal, already last year, to declare it a province hit by disaster in the form of drought. We got 300 million rand. We did something like 5 things with the 300 million rand. One, it was to revive boreholes that were still revivable. It was to repair schemes that were dysfunctional. It was to drill new boreholes, and I'm sure all of us here in one part of the province or the other have seen these big drilling machines, drilling water from whatever. But we have also been building more long-term schemes. I'm a better win, for instance, we've had a problem for a long time supplying the northern areas through what they call the Northern Aqueduct, which is now reaching completeness. But we did that, and of course we've had this thing called water cans, supplying water. All of these things are not enough, especially in Zululand. Zululand is the next worst hit municipality because of Umfolozi drying up, Vuna drying up, Mona drying up, all the rivers. The dam in Vryheid, Nyankaman drying up now, depending on one dam, Ubivan, we're aware of their plight and we're working on it. So for now, we're dependent on government supplying what people say, where have we been sleeping? Such that all of a sudden we're under siege as far as water is concerned. Is it a surge of population? No. There's only 1% growth of population here in KZN. What has happened is that everyone now who is thirsty, be they in Ezngolweni or anywhere else, they now depend on piped water, which is quite a different scenario. In the past, you would go to the river, you find water, you'll go everywhere. So suddenly now,
They want the pipe
it's
to go
water.
through.
You are in Nkandla, you're Mahlabathini, you want piped water, and that's the new thing.
Premier, for all of these things to happen, there needs to be a continuity in leadership. So, end of last year, we read headlines, battle lines have been drawn, 2 camps, Senzo, Mchunu, Sihle Zigalala. So what we need to know is there going to be a continuity of leadership, and can the ruling party deliver on those promises if there is this perception or reality that there is infighting within the party itself that is running this province?
Well, I would say at best, anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, stability is very decisive in ensuring that you continue to build and deliver and so on. And I will tell you, absolute majority of people everywhere, they are not interested in on headlines. They're interested in, are we getting water, are we getting this, are we getting that? So be whatever. I think whatever we say, whoever says what, as long as we are able to deliver, it doesn't matter whether the pipe through which water comes is green or red. As long as there is water for people, we must do that and concentrate on that. People out there themselves must wake up to this reality that their call must be a strong one on saying, we need this, we need roads, we need... It's not so much about this or that face and so on, and those things are just a by-the-way thing, and we will see as we... For now, it's working and make sure that we
are working. Okay. We have time for one last question, but Muzi Kumalo on table 25, you have to be very brief, actually. So we can get a brief answer for you, but I think it is an important one. Table 25, Muzi Kumalo.
Honorable Mchunu.
Very brief, eh?
Oh, gosh, no brief.
Yeah.
Mchunu, siyazwa kukhulunywa nge-development all over the place. Kodwa sifuna ukuyazi kahle ile yase Township Development. What we're seeing in the townships, izindlu ziyakhiwa, ama-mall ayakhiwa. So i-concept of should eat, hamba uthenga ukudla e-mall, uye ema-tavern phuze udle ulale. What is the government doing to develop economy in the townships?
All right, okay. And you've literally got 30 seconds to answer that question and say goodbye.
developing economy.
Yes, township economy.
Well, especially after xenophobia, and in fact, even before, we've realized a very, very urgent need, very important, very urgent, of building a township economy. And fortunately for us, we have a model. Soweto in Gauteng has proven that it is possible. And you and ourselves, government and private sector, let us be quick and very sharp in drawing lessons from that particular model. Already in Umlazi, when they built the Gwamnyandu mall, I think by and large, they
So there
leaned
are
on that.
models.
There are models to learn from.
And that's
and
where
I think
we have to leave it,
follow
unfortunately, because we've
Yes.
run out of time
Yeah.
massively, which is unfortunate, because there's so much to discuss.
Yes.
But ladies and gentlemen, our thanks to the Honourable Premier of KwaZulu-Natal, the Honourable Senzo Mchunu. Thank you very much indeed, sir. And to Mr. Frikkie Brooks, the keeper of the plan, head of the Secretariat of KwaZulu-Natal Planning Commission. Thank you very much indeed, gentlemen. You at home, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. We'll be discussing the state of the province Northwest, I think. Have a great weekend in between, and goodbye to everybody. Take care. Back to Johannesburg.